Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you and thank you for sharing your afternoon with us at the 14th Annual Valley Legacy Awards Luncheon presented by Shepherd of the Valley. My name is Danielle Procopio, and I'm Shepherd's Corporate Director of Marketing, Sales, and Communication, as well as a member of the Valley Legacy Awards Advisory Board. Each year since 2005, the Valley Legacy Awards have honored civic-minded seniors and senior advocates for their dedication to the Mahoning Valley. Today, we gather to recognize individuals whose lives exemplify a spirit of service and dedication to our valley. On behalf of the Valley Legacy Advisory Board, I would like to congratulate each of our nominees for sharing their time and talents for the betterment of the Mahoning Valley. Most importantly, I would like to thank them for a lifetime of caring and commitment. I would also like to take a moment to give a special thank you to all of our sponsors who made today's event possible. Please stand when you're recognized. Thank you to our platinum sponsors, WFMJ TV 21, News Radio 570 WKBN, and LifeFleet. To our diamond sponsors, ComDoc, Diane Shermley, Attorney at Law, Farmers National Bank, and Home Instead Senior Care. To our gold sponsors, Bella Care Hospice and Visiting Angels. To our silver sponsors, Armstrong, Early and Sons Relocation, Family Recovery Center, Lane and Burke Company, LPA, Lippy Group for Ear, Nose, and Throat, Putt Putt Fun Center of Warren, Respiratory Care Partners, 717 Credit Union, Tim Ryan for Congress, and Trumbull Mobile Meals. We would also like to thank our silver sponsor, Armstrong Cable, for televising today's awards on their community channel. We are thankful for all of our sponsors' generosity. We would not be able to continue this event without all of your support. Please give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank the Valley Legacy Awards Advisory Committee. If you would please stand when I call your name. Christine Bridgens, Attorney Charlene Burke, Kathy Fines, Zonda Haas, Katie Lou Harriman, June Jagunik, Anna Keck, Robert Marino, Goldia McCall, Amy McLandrick, Tony Perrone, Barb Patia, Wally Sin, and Eloise Trena. We appreciate all the time and effort you've so graciously volunteered to help us with today's event. Thank you. At this time, we are pleased to welcome back as this year's MC Leslie Barrett, WFMJ's weeknight co-anchor and reporter. Leslie joined 21 News in 2011, which is only appropriate as she first became interested in broadcasting after job shadowing at WFMJ TV while she was still in high school. She covered the 2016 and 2012 Democratic and Republican national conventions. Leslie has received Associated Press awards for her anchoring and reporting skills. She grew up in New Wilmington and graduated from the University of Dayton. Leslie lives in the Mahoning Valley with her husband Eric and their daughter Clara. Please join me in welcoming Leslie to the stage.
Thank you, Danielle, and welcome to the 2018 Valley Legacy Awards. I am continually inspired by the work you do. I don't know how everyone fits it into their schedules with raising families and volunteering and still working too. So thank you very much for all of your hard work. Now, today we are honoring the 2018 class of Valley Legacy Award nominees for Outstanding Senior and Outstanding Advocate for Seniors. Each of our nominees has used their time and special talents to make the Mahoning Valley a better place to live. Throughout their lives, the people we honor today saw needs in their communities and worked to fulfill them. Some helped to meet the most basic of needs by volunteering at food banks, providing affordable housing and healthcare, or developing programs that promote our personal safety. Many of our nominees put their faith in action by serving in multiple volunteer roles at their local churches. They honor and care for those who have fought for our country on foreign shores, bring smiles to the faces of those who are hospitalized, and support to those who are battling the disease of addiction. Our communities are enhanced because of their volunteerism with civic and cultural organizations. Everything they do has in some way eased the burden faced by another, and their actions have brought happiness and comfort to many. Shepherd of the Valley has been proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Valley Legacy Awards since their inception in 2005. At this time, I would like to welcome Carl Culp, Treasurer for Shepherd of the Valley's Board of Directors.
Thanks, Leslie. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carl Culp, and I serve as Treasurer of the Board of Directors for Shepherd of the Valley Lutheran Retirement Services. On behalf of those we serve, the members of our board, the staff, and the family of Shepherd of the Valley, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the 14th Annual Valley Legacy Awards. In 2005, the Valley Legacy Awards were created to honor those who are devoted to improving the Mahoning Valley. Since then, the Valley Legacy Awards have honored more than 300 exceptional people and organizations, with 75 receiving the Valley Legacy Award. This year, we are recognizing another 22 civic-minded seniors and senior advocates from across our valley whose lives exemplify a spirit of service and dedication to the seniors of our valley. It has been a privilege to be a part of the process that recognizes individuals who have spent a lifetime contributing to our communities and those who have contributed to the improvement of our seniors' lifestyles through their professional, volunteer, or civic roles. As I have reviewed the backgrounds of the nominees for this year, I am overwhelmed by the talent, generosity, and commitment that surround us today. Some of our nominees are themselves seniors who have achievements of their own. Others work in the community, actively engaged in advocacy for our seniors. Overall, our nominees are a diverse group of dedicated individuals united by the desire to serve others to make the Valley a better place, not only for our senior citizens, but for all of us. On behalf of Shepherd of the Valley's Board of Directors, I would like to offer both our admiration and thanks to all of this year's Legacy Award nominees. In addition, I would also like to congratulate those individuals who will be this year's Valley Legacy Award recipients. You have all left a lasting legacy in our community by inspiring others through your work ethic, concern for others, and through your contributions to our community. I would also like to thank our sponsors, more than 20 individuals, organizations, and corporations who have generously supported this tradition and our recognition efforts. We could not do programs like this without you. Thank you to our nominees, friends, family, staff, and sponsors for joining us today. At this time, I would like to ask fellow board member, Pastor Bill Leach, to lead us in prayer before we begin lunch.
The Lord be with you. Let us pray. Gracious, merciful, and empowering God, we give you thanks for the candidates for these legacy awards, their tenacity, their persistence, their vision, their heart, and the love that they've shown. Let it be contagious as we have lived it out with them, the ones that have drawn us to service along with them because of their inspiration to us and this entire community. Let it grow. We give you thanks for these folks, and we lift them up to you. Lord, bless this food to our use. Give us thankful hearts. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I am Danielle Procopio, and I am the Corporate Director of Marketing, Sales, and Communication at Shepherd of the Valley. The Valley Legacy Awards started in 2005. Since then, we've recognized more than 350 individuals as Valley Legacy nominees, and we've had more than 75 people actually win the award. So it's been a really great way for us to recognize not only the legacies that seniors leave in our community, but recognize individuals that take the time to advocate for those seniors as well.
My name is Christine Bridgens, and I'm a licensed social worker and the program director at the Girard Multi-Generational Center. I think it's absolutely wonderful because, especially being a social worker, there's not a lot of accolades that go with that. For me, it's just knowing that I have helped somebody, the gratitude in someone's face when I know that I've done something for them. So when the Valley Legacy honors people. I just think it's really amazing that, you get that extra, basically, thank you. And, we've seen what you've done and we appreciate it. So I think it's just quite an honor.
The Valley Legacy Award, in a lot of ways, is a capstone to take the time, every October and to recognize those seniors that have given so much to make the Mahoning Valley a better place. Our community is what it is because of these people.
My name is Robert Marino Sr. From Niles, Ohio. I'm involved with a lot of veterans organizations, the AMVETS, the VFW, American Legion, 40 and 8, and the VAV. I've received a lot of awards in my lifetime, and the two most precious awards that I received was one, I was inducted into our Hall of Fame at Niles, and the second one was the Valley Legacy Award, because they honor you for things that you have done to try to make the community better for everybody. And that's why I think it's important. You honor people that try to make it better. And I was humbled by it. I think it's a very prestigious award.
On behalf of Shepherd of the Valley and all of the Valley Legacy Committee, I want to thank everyone who's been involved with our event to make it a continued success. Most importantly, all of our nominees. We are here today for all of you, to thank you for all of the greatness that you've brought to the Valley. Additionally, to all of our past award winners and our future award winners, thank you so much for all that you've done. We're excited to recognize you today. And of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors. It's critical that we have your support in order to pull off this event. So thank you for your continued support, and we are so glad to have everyone here with us today.
It is now time to recognize our nominees. In 2005, the Valley Legacy Awards were created to honor those who helped to build our valley and to recognize the good deeds of those who work with our senior population. Presenting sponsor, Shepherd of the Valley Lutheran Retirement Services, has long been an active advocate for seniors. Through the support of the numerous event sponsors, the Valley Legacy Awards thank those who have spent their lives building companies, raising families, and volunteering their time to make our valley a better place to live. In 2010, the Valley Legacy Awards Advisory Board created the Cliff Johnson Valley Legacy Memorial Award for timeless service to the community. The award, selected by the Advisory Board, honors the memory of exceptional seniors. I would like to invite Valley Legacy Awards Advisory Board member Amy McClandrick to present this award at this time.
Cliff and Lily Johnson were Valley Legacy Award Advisory Board members and outstanding members of our community. They were extremely active through many organizations in making life better for others. Both were educators, community activists, mentors, and friends to many causes. As a couple, they won the Valley Legacy Award for Outstanding Senior in 2008. Both served on the Valley Legacy Committee following that award. At Cliff's passing in 2010, the award was set up to further honor his selfless work. Following Lily's passing in April of this past year, the committee voted to rename the award to honor both of the Johnsons, whose service was beyond exemplary and their love enduring. Cliff and Lily left a legacy in the Mahoning Valley, and it is in their spirit that we recognize this year's Cliff C. and Lily W. Johnson Memorial Award for timeless service to the community, recipient Donald Patton. Donald Patton was a lifelong resident of North Jackson and a proud graduate of Jackson Milton High School class of 1945. He is remembered for his commitment and dedication to his family, friends, and the school community. Known as Don, Donnie, Doc, and Gramps to generations of people who adore him, his kindness and thoughtfulness touched the hearts and lives of many. His greatest love was family, sharing in the times and lives of his grandchildren. Working daily with loved ones at the Don Booth Company since 1954, and reminiscing about growing up with his beloved brothers and sister. He was well known in the community as the #1 Blue Jay fan, always present at Jackson Milton sporting events to support the student athletes and to offer his words of wisdom. His positive attitude and love of life has had a major impact on all who had the privilege to know him. His love of sports goes back to his high school days as a member of Jackson Milton's 1943-45 six-man football team and continued throughout his life. He is particularly proud to have been named to the Jackson Milton Hall of Fame in 1990 and awarded Most Valuable Player at a baseball tournament at the age of 54, having played slow pitch for over 25 years. He was also proud to be the past president of the Jackson Milton Athletic Boosters, a trustee at the First Federated Church, a football downs marker for 28 years, coach of Little League Baseball for 12 years, and a girls basketball coach for 5th and 6th graders for 5 years. At age 55, he began participating in the Northeast Ohio Senior Olympics, and at the age of 70, won the state foul shooting competition. Since 2002, the Jackson Milton Sports Club has 2 academic scholarships in his name, and since 1949, he has been honored to personally award the Billy Patton Memorial Trophy to the most outstanding male athlete at the annual Jackson Milton Sports Banquet in memory of his brother. In 2003, the dedication ceremony of the Don Patton Gymnasium was held, and with the construction of the new school facilities in 2010, the Don Patton Court includes his signature. He was a proud enlistee to the United States Naval Reserve in 1946, serving as Seaman V6 USNR and honorably discharged from the United States Navy in 1951. Accepting this award on the behalf of the Patton family is family friend Chuck Booth. We are proud to present this year's Cliff C. and Lily W. Johnson Memorial Award for timeless service to the community in his honor and his memory to his friends and family.
Thank you very much. Watch out. On behalf of the Patton family, I'm honored and humbled to stand up here for my uncle to accept this award for him. And everything that she read is true and much, much more. He was a person that gave his whole life to his community and his family. And Anna Keck's kids played with him. Wally Sin played softball with him. So he touched many lives and many hearts when he grew up, and when he showed up, you felt good. He always made you feel good, no matter what the situation was. So, thank you very, very much for honoring him, and we're honored and humbled to be here. So, thank you very, very much. Well, I am instructed to read one thing. I forgot. We have his picture hanging in our company, and this is what it says: Donnie Patton, you are the true meaning of life, for you enjoyed it and lived your life to the fullest. As you always said, there is a year when you are born and a year when you die, but the dash in between, the years that are most important. You lived your dash with a smile on your face and a willingness and always help someone else. There was never a task too large or too small for you. Your purpose on earth has been fulfilled. Although we will miss you forever, you touched more lives than you will ever know. Now you can walk without pain and ride your ponies. We love you, Donnie Patton, father, grandfather, husband, brother, uncle, loyal friend, and the #1 Blue Jay fan of all time. Thank you.
What a touching tribute. We ask that this time all nominees join us by the stage, and please take a seat. We'd like to recognize the past senior recipients and nominees in attendance this afternoon. Please stand at this time so that we may thank you again for your generosity and volunteerism. Please stand. The past recipients and nominees of the awards. Now is the time we've been waiting for. It's time to recognize this year's nominees. Please welcome back Carl Culp to the stage. He will be joined by Shepherd of the Valley's Executive Director, Richard Lamonge, to present our nominees with a Certificate of Achievement, recognizing the impact they have had on those who nominated them and the Mahoning Valley. We had 14 individuals nominated for this year's Valley Legacy Outstanding Senior Award. The award is split into two categories: Community Achievement and Professional Excellence. Requirements include demonstration of a lifelong involvement in and support for the Valley through professional, volunteer, or civic roles. We had 8 nominations for the Valley Legacy Outstanding Senior Advocate Award. Requirements for this award emphasize demonstrating an exceptional effort to assist seniors and enthusiasm for the betterment of the community. All nominees will be recognized in alphabetical order. A brief bio of our nominees can be found in today's program booklet. In addition, each of our nominees provided us with some little-known facts about themselves, so we thought it might be fun to share those with you at this time when we introduce them. As I say your name, please come to the stage to be recognized. And I ask all of you to please hold your applause until all of our nominees have been recognized. Kenneth Abel, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. Ken Abel is an avid scuba diver. While diving in the pool room at Morris Harvey College in Charleston, West Virginia, he found a wonderful treasure in Denise, whom he married on May 20th, 1970. They celebrated 48 years this year. Congratulations. Ken also enjoys bird watching, cycling, photography, and is an avid gardener. Next is Dr. John A., Outstanding Senior Advocate. Unfortunately, Dr. A. could not be with us today because of previous medical commitments. Lori Antunes and Molly, Outstanding Senior Advocate. Lori traded a talking parrot for Molly the dog, who's here with us today, our very special guest, and says she definitely got the better end of the deal as Molly has a bit of psychic ability. Get this, she always seems to know the difference between patients who may not jump on, who she may not jump on, and everyone else who she greets with some bouncing exuberance. They make a pair that leaves everyone smiling and so glad for their visit. We're happy to have them with us today. I think it made everybody smile. Marjorie Dangaran, Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. Marjorie has had several important men in her life. Her husband, who she met in the late 60s while working at Trumbull Memorial Hospital, 1 son, 2 sons-in-law, and 2 grandsons. She's also blessed with 3 daughters. Marjorie had been completely devoted to her husband's care prior to his passing this past May. We extend our deepest condolences. Elder George Dial, Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. For Elder Dial, serving senior citizens has been a lifelong commitment. As a young boy, he ran errands, cut grass, and did other chores for seniors in his neighborhood. And he continues on the same path, now providing physical care, rides to doctor's appointments for area seniors who know he is their helper indeed. Susan Frenger, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. It's funny how life leads us through something preparing us for something else. Susan says that 25 years ago, while living in Florida, she helped several of her elderly neighbors with activities, daily living tasks, and errands. Ironically, 10 years later, after relocating back to this area, she became a part of the Visiting Angels Senior Living Assistance Program, reenacting similar activities. Roger Gardner, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. Even today, Roger is a humble man, asking that we thank the officers of his post, their auxiliary members, honor guard members, and bugler Gary Watson for all their help in providing military honors for veterans and their families. He'd also like to thank his family for loving him enough to allow him to provide this service. At 89 years young, he remains active in providing military funeral services. Thank you. Virginia Nagy Hall, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. Virginia lived in Japan for 2.5 years, teaching at the English Conversation Academy, training AT&T telephone operators, and transcribing lyrics for Columbia Records that helped the Japanese be able to learn lyrics for American songs. Now, she enjoys planning activities for the residents at Shepherd of the Valley at Howland. She loves to make them smile. Harlene Huffstetler, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. As a child, Harlene dreamed of becoming a concert pianist and took lessons for 8 years. After graduation, she found herself in banking, which turned out to be profitable for her, when one day a man with incredible blue eyes showed up at her window, opened an account, and ultimately sealed the deal with a marriage proposal. Pretty good deal. They were married for 55 years. Dr. Tiffany Hughes, Outstanding Senior Advocate. When Tiffany isn't working in gerontology, she's at home with her 8 and 9-year-old boys. They provide a reality check for sure about her own aging process, with their surprise that she didn't grow up with iPads, internet, and YouTube way back then. They help her turn on the TV, talk to Alexa, and keep up with YouTube trends when her husband is away on business. Stefana Liptak, Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. Stefana has given her life to caring for others since she became a nurse in 1948 after completing her training through the Southside Youngstown Hospital Education Program. She has remained an enthusiastic member of the Council of Catholic Nurses, founded here in Youngstown and later spreading across the country. She says, quote, "I will never be retired because I will always be a nurse." Shirley Lisk, Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. Shirley has been a motivational speaker for 15 years, using one topic that is sure to catch people's interest: the power of positive insanity. She really loves being with senior citizens and says it gives her a blessing to see how they respond to kindness and humor. Last year, her skills paid off when she saved the life of a mall walker using CPR. Her hope is to leave a legacy of joy. Rich Morgan, Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. No one would believe it, especially given his current profession, but Rich Morgan claims that he was an extremely shy child. He set that aside when he began working at WKBN TV. Before marriage, he and his future wife both attended St. Luke's Parish, but it wasn't until he became popular on WKBN's Money Movie that they got together. Apparently, being famous does have its advantage. The Reverend John L. Oliver, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. Pastor Oliver's joy is his wife. He says he loves spending time with her and surprising her. Recently, he took the surprise to a whole new level by giving her a new car. His motivation for doing some of the surprising may be to make up for his nightly raids on the snack jar and refrigerator during sleep time. We can all relate to that. The Honorable Robert N. Rusu, Outstanding Senior Advocate. When Judge Rusu makes a commitment, it sticks. He and Cheryl became high school sweethearts 34 years ago, married 26 years ago. They have 4 children and 2 grandchildren. He loves boating on both lakes and rivers and has been asked to take his daughter-in-law's 90-year-old grandmother water skiing. So will he do it? Okay, we wanted to know.
The lawyer in me.
Yes, a little risky. Steve Seifert, Outstanding Senior Advocate. Steve is an unusual individual because he's quick to share positive moments about others rather than himself. A visitor to his facility noticed how encouraging one of his staff members was to a confused man. He immediately told about how this employee had consistently shown extra care for not just this man, but for others in her care. He appreciated her behavior so much that he had just that same day given her a gift of appreciation. Selfless is a word that comes to mind about Steve. Lisa Slipkovich, Outstanding Senior Advocate. Family is a great motivator. For 10 years, Lisa cared for her grandfather, who had Alzheimer's disease. At the same time, she was also raising her 4 sons. She says it was a humbling life learning experience that taught her patience and understanding. She now successfully works with the loved ones of others, providing activities for them while working toward a degree in public health gerontology. Sharon Simmons, Outstanding Senior Advocate. Sharon has been married for 53 years to her high school sweetheart, and they said it wouldn't last, and raised 3 children who have blessed her with 5 grandchildren. She says that each time she leaves a nursing home visit, she feels blessed to be able to make a difference for a resident because they make a difference for her. Marilyn K. Stanton, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. Marilyn says she met her husband during freshman orientation at Westminster College. We were standing in line alphabetically, Stanton and Stiver, to meet the president of the college, and the rest is history. She also says that her family doesn't believe she can ever say no to requests for help, and she admits to always being willing to help where she can. James Jimmy Sutman, Outstanding Senior Advocate. If not for Joe Gallagher, a senior citizen with Down syndrome that Jimmy decided to shepherd through his golden years, Jimmy's life might have been completely different. Since Joe, many disabled seniors have come through Joe's system of giving personalized care and creating spaces, positions, and services to meet individual needs as they arise. He even created a music studio and provided a meeting with Connie Francis to meet one senior's dream of singing her music. So special. Warner K. Tacklett, Outstanding Senior for Community Achievement. Warner met his bride of 41 years, Norma, at a casino night at Avalon Inn. They got engaged in 1976 during the bicentennial celebration and married that December. He has traveled to 11 countries and been through 45 of these United States. He loves serving the senior population as a volunteer at the Shepherd of the Valley Niles campus, where his father-in-law was a resident. Minister Evelyn J. Wilbon, Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. Minister Wilbon said that she felt a call from God to serve senior citizens after serving in guest services at her church. She worked in a nursing home over 22 years. One of her seniors once lost her purse. They looked high and low and finally found the purse. The senior was sitting on it. She says that for her, there are no limits or limitations to meeting needs. When one comes, you meet it. Congratulations. Please give all of these truly deserving nominees a round of applause. At this time, we will be recognizing our Valley Legacy Award winners. We will be announcing the Outstanding Seniors and Outstanding Senior Advocates in no particular order. Recipients are invited to say a few words. Today's first winner of the Valley Legacy Award does so in the category of Outstanding Senior in Community Achievement. Our first winner has made a positive change in the community, sharing his military experiences and promoting patriotism to the students through teaching about the American flag in schools. He has volunteered countless hours to the veterans and their families in area nursing homes and outpatient clinics. He was thanked by the Lewis Stokes Cleveland Department of Veterans Affairs for his 5,974 hours of volunteer service in the last 11 years at the Youngstown Clinic. At 89 years young, he is the commander and captain of the American Legion Post 540 Honor Guard. He spends nearly 30 hours a week conducting military funerals for veterans. Since 2000, he has coordinated more than 3,400 funerals, laying veterans to rest. In 2017 alone, he participated in 253 funerals. Each takes 6 hours of preparation, and he sometimes has more than one funeral in one day. He was chosen as the Mahoning County United Veterans Council Veteran of the Year for going above and beyond the call to honor deceased veterans. His nominator said he always puts other people and their well-being first. He has always worked to make the world a better place for veterans. He works tirelessly in our area schools, teaching youth patriotism and respect for the flag. I have never heard him say no to anyone or any organization that asked him for help. Please join me in congratulating our first Valley Legacy winner of 2018, Mr. Roger Gardner.
Can I say 2 words?
You can say more than that, please.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor. I have a lot of support from my family, from our honor guard members that are over there. Back there, they're just getting ready to leave. Thank you, Larry. Anyway, I'll catch them tomorrow. We have another funeral coming up. But anyway, I want to thank the gentlemen for all the continued support. These gentlemen have better than thousands of hours in volunteer service for the veterans in this area. And this goes on and on. We have another big funeral coming up on Saturday. We're up to better than 3,400 military funerals in the last few years. And again, I would like to thank those gentlemen for what they do for the veterans and for this area. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Ian. And I want to thank my family back here. I enlisted in 1948 in the Army. I went overseas immediately after that. I met a beautiful young lady, and we got married. This is 1942, I guess. It's so long ago. But anyway, we've been married 68 years right now. So I want to thank my wife over there in the corner, my son and brother.
Thank you, Roger, for everything you've done.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
This Valley Legacy Award winner is being recognized for outstanding professional excellence. She has been a champion of the rights and well-being of people in our community, regardless of their age or ability. No matter what she's involved in, her passion for the community is unparalleled. She has done significant work with and impacted the Trumbull County Medical Alliance Society. She has done extensive work with the Trumbull-Mahoning Domestic Violence Collaborative and Trumbull-Mahoning Violence Task Force. She was recognized by the American Medical Association Alliance for her work to create awareness of domestic violence and solutions for its survivors. She has volunteered with the YMCA Mahoning Valley for more than 20 years and is considered part of the old guard, the trusted, dedicated volunteers who show up no matter what and are part of the YWCA family. For more than 12 years, she has volunteered with Trumbull Mobile Meals in many capacities. From kitchen work to administrative work, she performed many tasks at the agency and does them all with a smile. One of her letters of support reads, "She is a force to be reckoned with, and she gets work done with grace for the greater good. Shakespeare wrote, "Though she be but little, she is fierce." She is petite, quiet, and demure, but there is also fierce, committed, and an outstanding community leader. Please join me in congratulating our Valley Legacy winner, Mrs. Marjorie Dangaran.
I find it rather amazing that when I was a senior in high school, I was voted the shyest person in the senior class of 601 people. So, but I very much appreciate the fact that Becky provided me with this honor by nominating me as a Legacy Award person. Being able to positively affect other people's lives is something that I enjoy doing. And hopefully, through the activities that we do at Trumbull Mobile Meals with many, many, many volunteers, and through the Alliance and the Domestic Violence Collaboratives, we can help make lives better for a whole lot of people. So, thank you.
Our next Valley Legacy Award winner is impacting the Mahoning Valley through community achievement. This Valley Legacy Award winner balances all of her commitments and activities and works hard to meet all her obligations. She is dependable and follows tasks through to their end. She is a caregiver for family members. She works with Second Harvest Food Bank to raise funds and volunteers at the facility. She is involved in her church, New Hope United Methodist, serving on multiple committees and planning events for the congregation and community. She volunteers as a docent for the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo, teaching guests about animals while promoting a future for wildlife through conservation and climate science. She received an award from the zoo for volunteering over 2,500 hours. She retired from Howland Local Schools after 36 years of teaching Spanish and German. Much of her volunteer time is spent with the Trumbull Retired Teachers Association. She chairs their community service efforts. She has coordinated multiple service projects and bi-monthly collections to benefit veterans, active military, the Lions Club, Bella Women's Center, the Warren Family Mission, and more. Her nominator said she is never too busy to lend a helping hand. Her patience in dealing with everyday responsibilities and events, which may interrupt the natural flow of life, is amazing. She's a supporter of senior citizens, the less fortunate, and those who face physical and emotional struggles. She's an advocate for the fair treatment of animals. She is deserving of recognition. Please join me in congratulating our Valley Legacy winner, Mrs. Marilyn Stanton.
I just want to thank everyone. Thanks to the Shepherd of the Valley and for this wonderful luncheon, and congratulations to all my fellow nominees. And I have to thank the Trumbull Retired Teachers Association. They insisted that I be nominated for this award, and I told them, no, I don't really qualify for this award. They said, yes, you do, and they insisted, so thank you to all my fellow Trumbull Retired Teachers. And thanks to my family, too, for putting up with me running here, there, and everywhere doing all these things. Thank you.
Today's next winner of the Valley Legacy Award does so in the category of Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. She has been giving back to the community for many years through her work with Pleasant Valley Evangelical Church, the Rescue Mission, New Life Maternity Home, Bella Maternity Resources, and the American Cancer Society. She has completed 2 medical mission trips and serves on various outreach committees at her church. Despite all her good deeds, her largest legacy is building the St. Joe's at the Mall Senior Program. She takes it upon herself to find solutions. She has relentlessly searched to provide resources, information, answers, camaraderie, and good health to those who come to St. Joe's at the Mall. There is no need she won't answer if it is within her power to fulfill it. She is creative and dedicated to solving the dilemmas of everyday living. She is known for her ability to seek out and obtain funding for projects and equipment. St. Joe's at the Mall participates in food, clothing, and school supply drives. Under her leadership, it has grown from 2,844 feet to 6,712 feet because they outgrew their space. Her nominator said, "She is different from every other person I know because she serves in a humble manner. Until I looked into all she accomplished, I had no idea she has touched so many lives in our community." She was nominated as a finalist for the Ohio Healthcare Worker of the Year in 2018. And now she is our newest Valley Legacy Award winner. Please join me in congratulating our Valley Legacy Award winner, Ms. Shirley Lisk.
Well, I do public speaking, but this is a little hard to do when it's all about you. Once again, I do appreciate this award. I thank all of the honorees here. I thank my president of the hospital, of St. Joseph Warden Hospital, Kathy Cook, for nominating me. It's just, like I said, I love to carry on a joyful legacy. And if you could see the smiles that I see every day that come into our site, or even the frowns that leave with a smile, those are the kind of things. God put it all together for us there, and we know that He's just working out a plan that He's already put in order for us. So we just walk step by step. So we just thank you. I have a great relationship with our Eastwood Mall and the Cafaro family and all these other things that go on. And Shepherd of the Valley has been a part of, I've done a few programs over there, Trumbull Mobile Meals. This is just a great honor to put in my legacy, and I just appreciate it very much, and thank you.
Our next Valley Legacy Award is also in the category of Outstanding Senior for Professional Excellence. This award winner is well-liked, well-known, and has been a true champion for our community. His volunteer work includes time with the Rescue Mission, the American Heart Association, Sight for All, and is the previous board president for the American Cancer Society. He is very involved at St. Luke's Catholic Church and is a founding member of the church's Knights of Columbus. He's involved in the Public Library of Youngstown and Mahoning County as part of the READ campaign. You might recognize him from WKBN's Money movie franchise or as the original weatherman on WKBN First News This Morning when it premiered in 1992. His nominator said he has personified excellence in profession, adapting to changes in the TV industry for nearly 4 decades. His community outreach is second to none. He is not only a friendly face that started your day on WKBN for more than 25 years, he's also that everyday guy with a smile that you see at church, a benefit run, or your local festival. Most notably, he is the only Valley Legacy Award winner in our 14-year history who has a Handel's ice cream flavor named after him. Pretty cool. Please join me in congratulating our Valley Legacy Award winner, Mr. Rich Morgan.
You know I'm going to say something.
Please do.
The problem is that Chelsea Spears, my coworker, asked me if I was excited about attending this. And I didn't have the heart to tell her I was nervous because I'm used to being an MC. I'm not used to receiving awards, and especially in this. I emceed this for about 3 years in a row. And I looked out at those people and I thought, boy, you know, those are really talented, giving people. So that really makes it exciting for me to receive this award. And yeah, I'm nervous. My son's over there, my wife's over there. Got a great table. Paul Wetzel's even here today. So, plus Dan Martin and Chelsea Spears. So it's exciting to do this in front of them. And if I don't mention my boss, Mitch Davis, I'll hear about when I get to work tomorrow. But as I said, I'm used to giving awards, not receiving them, except Dan, our photographer, will know I have won some awards, but you wouldn't want to be there when I win those awards because I'm sweated from head to toe. They're running awards. There's not a lot of them, right, Dan? But I have run some. You even, thank you, because it is coming down. But again, you know, I came here almost 40 years ago from Newberry to this area, and you people have been so kind to me and my family. I really do appreciate this award. And if nothing else, since you know I'm surprised, you know that I must do a better job at forecasting the weather than I do at forecasting my own fate. Thank you very much.
Our next Valley Legacy Award is for one of our senior advocates. His nominator has known him for more than 20 years, and she states that for all that time, he has been all about caring for the elderly and disabled clients. As an attorney, a good portion of his private practice consisted of elder law and guardianship cases, and he handled his clients with genuine concern and patience. Outside of the office, he was on the board at the Alzheimer's Network, volunteered for pro bono work at the Legal Aid Will Clinics, and as counsel for parents who needed guardianship for their disabled children. In June of 2014, he was appointed by Governor Kasich as the Mahoning County probate judge and then won the election in the fall of 2014. He continues to speak on a regular basis to senior groups and recently hosted a senior day at the Mahoning County Courthouse. As a new judge, one of his first initiatives was to make sure all wards under guardianship were safe and properly cared for. He is extremely compassionate and kind, making sure elderly people are not being exploited. He takes special interest in many cases and often presides over those cases himself when the case could be handled by a magistrate. Recently, he established a program in Mahoning County to ensure elderly and disabled individuals who have no immediate family have access to trained guardians who are willing to ensure their safety and well-being. He works closely with the Area Agency on Aging and local government on issues that impact seniors. One letter of support for him reads, "He is an anchor in our community. He is not boastful of all the good deeds he has done. He needs to be recognized for his dedication and commitment to not only the seniors that he serves in our community, but to their families as well." He is currently on the executive committee for the Ohio Probate Judges Association. In 2017, he received the Leadership Award from the Mahoning County Mental Health and Recovery Board for his work with the mentally ill. He received the 2018 Recognition Award presented by the Mahoning County Department of Job and Family Services for his promotion of the use of adult protective services. He also received the 2018 Ohio Association of Gerontology and Education Practitioner of the Year Award for his dedication to the aging population. And now he is a Valley Legacy Award winner. Please join me in congratulating our Valley Legacy Award winner, the Honorable Robert Rusu, Jr.
Jeez. Woo. Thank you. I was just so excited to be nominated with all these deserving individuals. And when I got the invitation we were able to invite people, I invited a ton of people, and they're all sitting over there in tables 20, 19, 18, and 17. I invited everybody. I was so excited because these are the people that are close to me, that have nurtured me, that have helped me grow. My wife, my parents, my sister, all my close friends, some staff that I work with that I consider my close, dear friends. And I want to thank you guys, because that's why I invited you. I guess just in case I got this, and I guess I did, so I was pretty prophetic. I just wanted you guys to know how much you mean to me, and that without your love and guidance and support, I couldn't do what I do on a daily basis, so thank you. I also wanted to thank Attorney Burke, Charlene, to me. We practiced together for several years. She was my nominator. She managed to keep it quiet from me. I wanted to thank her. I miss working with her every day. We were in practice together, and I miss her. And thank you, Charlene. I wanted to also thank Danielle Procopio, all the staff and employees of Shepherd of the Valley, the advisory board, for giving me this tremendous honor. And I also wanted to thank my fellow nominees. You guys, you make this community better. Thank you for doing what you do. And I guess the saying is true, we reap what we sow. So thank you.
Our next winner of the Valley Legacy Award excels in community achievement. At 83 years old, this nominee is comforting children all over the world with her sewing machine. She was born and raised in Warren and is a member of Emmanuel Lutheran Church. Since retiring from the banking industry, she's been sewing. She had a friend named Lucille Bickle who would make dresses for children in third world countries. Due to arthritis, Lucille was unable to make the dresses anymore. That's when she stepped in to help out her friend. She and a group of friends from church took over Lucille's ministry and have been making pillowcase dresses to send overseas for little girls to wear and enjoy. In addition to making dresses, she also uses her sewing machine to make teddy bears for local police departments. The bears are intended for children whom are exposed to traumatic situations. She's overwhelmed by the number of sad situations involving children she hears about in the news. She hopes that her bears comfort children who have experienced trauma, if only for a moment. She drops the bears off at police departments and stops to give them to parked police officers when she's out and about driving. She's proud of the work she does. She says, "Just because I'm old doesn't mean my mind is dead," is what she tells others. She loves her community and produces a positive change for children in our area as well as children abroad. She's an inspiration to all of us on how to change the world, one stitch at a time. Please join me in congratulating our Valley Legacy Award winner, Mrs. Harleen Huffstetler.
Well, it seems like such a little thing to say thank you, but I do thank you, especially Kim Osborne and Shepherd of the Valley, who has encouraged me in my endeavor and my ministry. I certainly appreciate that. And I ask God's blessing on all of you. And I thank my father, who always said, the only thing we have when we die is what we give away while we live. God bless you all.
Today's last winner of the Valley Legacy Award does so in the category of Senior Advocate. Our last winner founded his company in 1998 in response to a plea from a friend. He earned a degree in journalism and had taken a part-time job with Leonard Kurtz School in order to supplement his wages. The school offered him an opportunity to work with disabled adults, and he never looked back. He found his calling working with adults with special needs. When Joe Gallagher's family asked him to consider starting a residential facility for adults with disabilities, he decided to give it a try. Originally, his company, Iron and String Life Enhancement, provided residential housing in Mahoning and Trumbull counties to adults with disabilities. But as it grew, he decided to take the business in the direction of vocational training and recreational opportunities. He now has Golden String Radio, multiple homes, and the Purple Cat, 6-day programs, each offering different programming and employment opportunities for more than 300 adults with special needs. Dementia affects aging disabled adults disproportionately, specifically in seniors with Down syndrome. Our winner trains his staff to work with those affected by dementia and fights to keep these individuals out of nursing homes. He has made changes to both his residential and day programs in order to accommodate their needs. He fights for their right to quality of life and advocates for their independence. His nominator paints a picture of our final award winner. Noise is heard bellowing from the very heart of Youngstown. Tones echo and dance off of weathered historical buildings. Songs breathe life into a blight-torn city. Each pulse of the stereo, a heartbeat. The source of this vital cacophony is found on the sidewalks of Phelps Street, where Golden String Radio plays. Music and magic fills this little one-way street. Adjacent to the radio station is a candy store pulled straight out of Wonkaland. An eccentric man with award-winning facial hair, Youngstown's own Willy Wonka, parks his truck on this enchanted street. Speckled on his orange truck are stickers stating the magnanimous mantra he lives by, "Given is livin'." Please join me in congratulating our last Valley Legacy Award winner of 2018, Mr. Jimmy Sutman.
Now, why'd you have to go and do this? When I see it's even odd for me to call them peers. I guess that's not something I'm used to, but to see what accomplishments these wonderful people do, you've made a mistake. I don't belong up here or with those folks. I do belong, though. I know it fits. I know some people in their lives never find what their calling is, their true calling. My calling is to be with my folks with disabilities. I may be the only person in here, and this really describes what a blessing I have and what these people are a blessing in my life. I may be the only person in here that every year receives Father's Day cards from people that are 40 or 50 years older than me. I'm everybody's dad, I guess, and it's very ironic. I don't have any kids of my own, but I have a lot of folks with special needs that I'm blessed to take care of. And it did start with Mr. Joe Gallagher. It's interesting. I woke up thinking about Joe, my wife Jill, who, having her behind me for all of this is vital. It never would have happened without it. But she was also a big Joe Gallagher fan. And I just since I got up this morning, I've been thinking about him. Joe's been deceased for about 8 years now. But Joe is the reason we did everything. We did the Purple Cat because Joe didn't want to go to the sheltered workshop anymore. We did Isle because Joe Gallagher needed a place to live. When Joe came to live with us, he came to us with all the possessions in the world that he had. It was an old Samsonite piece of luggage. It had some clothes in it. He had a 13-inch black and white TV, and he had 50 vinyl records. So we took those 50 vinyl records and made Golden String Radio because Joe wanted to be a DJ. We started Golden String, which is a not-for-profit, because Joe Gallagher loved the Cleveland Indians, and both he and Jimmy Sutman were poor and couldn't afford tickets. But we heard if you started a not-for-profit, you could get free tickets through Cleveland Indians charities, and that's the exact and only reason we started it. Joe is so cute.
every night before he went to bed, he would get on his knees, and he wouldn't pray for me or his family, but he would pray for old Cleveland Indians like Mike Garcia, Whitey Ford, Satchel Paige. You know what era I'm talking about. So anyway, the people that I get to deal with are just so unique and beautiful. I had one of my good friends, she seems to have taken off after lunch, Gay Weatherall. She's an adult with Down syndrome. And it's just been part of the system, meaning as far as we've known for 30 years, she's never had family involvement. And she is just a jewel. And I can't understand why no one would want to be around such a person who is just full of life. And when we walked in together and she saw me, we danced. There was no music. That's when she sees Jimmy Sutton, she dances. I mean, come on. I'll leave with this. That's how I knew that this was the job for me. The first day that I had Joe Gallagher, and I was living with Joe Gallagher in a house in Struthers, and it was Labor Day when he moved in, so the next day was the first day of sheltered workshop. And I knew that the big bus would be coming, and oh boy, I got Joe up way early, and I spit-shined him and made him eat a big breakfast, and I packed this beautiful lunch for him and had his best Cleveland Indians gear on. And when that bus pulled up, and I was standing there outside like the dutiful father with Joe, the bus started clapping because I had worked at the sheltered workshops. They were just happy to see me. And this was a random Tuesday morning on an ordinary day in September, and I knew it. I knew I made the big time then. People liked me. But what a blessing. And I thank you. I don't feel I don't deserve to be here. I love working with older folks. I'm on that path myself, but I love being in nursing homes and working with folks and solving their problems medically. It's the ultimate problem solving. So I'm blessed. I just thank you. Bye-bye.
What an inspiring day. Congratulations again to all the nominees, recipients, sponsors, and to you for helping make the Valley Legacy Awards a rousing success again this year. We thank you for spending the afternoon with us to celebrate the achievements of our nominees. Before we dismiss you this afternoon, we would like to ask you to consider nominating an outstanding senior or senior advocate for our 2019 Valley Legacy Awards. It's never too early to start thinking. Nominations can be found on the Shepherd of the Valley website, and the committee will be accepting nominations until July 15th, 2019. There is so much talent, time, and service being given to make the Mahoning Valley great, and we want to make sure we are recognizing those who are serving us. Please keep an eye out for greatness, and let us know of any seniors leaving a legacy we need to recognize. Thank you for your consideration. Again, thanks to all of you for attending the 2018 Valley Legacy Awards. We hope to see you next year. Have a wonderful day.